Yeah, what's good, Chasers? It's your boy 50. You know what I'm saying? This the 50 show presented by Category 6 Sports. And I got, you know what I'm saying, a man, he write for, you know what I'm saying, SB Nation. He does Miami's sports radio. He did things at ESPN with West Palm Beach Radio. You know what I'm saying? ESPN West Palm Beach. I was looking at that. I'm like, damn, this man does a lot. Like I ain't gonna lie. I can't believe he showed up. You know what I'm saying? His name Mike McCoy, but I'm gonna call him Motion Mike because he got all the motion, man. What's good, my brother? What's good?
Hey, 50 man. I hope it's not too late to say Happy New Year, but Happy New Year to you, your family. Hope 2025 has been treating you well. Uh,
Yeah,
Excuse me being in the car. I'm sorry getting back from the barbershop. You know what I mean. But thank you
yeah,
so much for inviting me on. I love talking Canes with anybody. So
right.
pleasure, man. I appreciate you having me, and thank you.
Yeah, man. I had to get you on the show because you know what I'm saying, just by how you carry yourself, you love this you. And we love this you over here too. So it's like, it's great to get like minded individuals on the show. So yeah, I appreciate that. And before I get into more with talking with you, so people can know who you are, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think they understand how big of a deal this is. Let me shout out my boy Shaw. Thanks for coming and subscribing, for being the first comment. It's showtime. Go Canes. Yeah, salute to you, my brother. Michael Walker, thanks for coming and subscribing. What's good with the user? Okay, okay. Come in subscribing with the use up. Yeah, man. And my boy Kane Forever. Thanks for coming, subscribing, and being a member. So I'm saying, yo, what up, 50 and Mike? Like, share, subscribe. Yo, you right. You right. Cause if you're on X, you know what to do. Retweet and like. And if you're on YouTube, you also know what to do. LSS. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that like button. It's free. It help with the algorithm. Hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Hit the notification bell. And rock with my boy, you know what I'm saying, Motion Mike right here, cause this man got hella motion, man. Matter of fact, what made you like do like what you did at the University of Miami, like, get 2 degrees, do the sports radio, all things of that nature.
Um, Honestly, I knew I was going to UM ever since I was in the fourth grade. Like, I'm 41 years old, right? Like I was telling y'all
Right.
backstage,
Yeah.
and my
Right.
very first game as a fan, I was in the
Right.
fourth grade. It was a game that made it 58 in a row. I was at that game. We played Georgia. I want to say we
Wow.
shut them out. I can't remember the score, but I do remember we played
Right.
Georgia Southern. I do remember it was the game that made it 58 in a row. That was my very first game as a fan. I was in the fourth grade. And that moment on, I
Wow.
said, I need to come here. I need to come here. I didn't know I was going to play. If I was going to play sports, I didn't care. Just being
Mm.
around that environment made me, I was a Cane at that moment. And I knew
Right.
that was going to happen. So graduated high school 2002. Um, I was having fun in my 20s. And then at some point in my 30s, I said, man, this ain't it. Like, I want to go back and finish when I started. So long
Right.
story short, did what I had to do. Started January of 2017, a week before my first year, my firstborn was born. Classes started a week before that.
Mm-hmm.
2020, I graduated in December 2020. My second born was born in the middle of that COVID stuff, and I thought I was done with school. I went back for broadcast journalism because you couldn't tell me I wasn't going to do play by play. Like, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do play by
Right.
play. But then, I started working with a radio station on campus, and I changed gears. I wasn't going to go back and get my sports administration master's, but I'm glad I did because uh, it's a lot of opportunities with that, man. One thing I will say about the University of Miami Alumni Association is that they're very, very supportive. Like, you meet a Cane anywhere, it don't just have to be in Miami. You meet a
Right.
Cane anywhere, bro, it's like you part of the club, bro. Like, they will look out for you. They will ask you what you're into, what you need, what you want, what you get. It's like being in a fraternity. It's like being in a fraternity. So I'm just really,
Man.
I'm happy about that. It's funny because when current students, they run into my work or whatever, they'll ask me questions, and I'm so glad to help because it's about paying it forward. A lot of people help me out, and it's only right to
Right.
do the same. You know what I mean? Like, everybody was in the same position at some point. But long story short, to answer your question, did that, and
Right.
it started with student radio on campus. Started with student radio radio on campus, and that was an amazing opportunity, man. I did that for 4 years. I did play-by-play for football and basketball. And then
Right.
they gave me a spot to do my own show on Sunday mornings. And that's when I kind of got into radio.
Man. Yeah, I'm trying to get there, man. I'm trying to get there. So appreciate you sharing that with me, you know what I'm saying? Motion Mike himself. And I'm glad you're doing the show because you know how we do it. So I got a question for you and the Chasers. But well, really the Chasers, because they should know this. Like we know this, but there's only 2 schools that have 3 players with 10,000 yards rushing in the NFL. What 2 schools are they, Chasers? Now y'all already know one if I'm asking this question. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know Miami is one, who's the other? Who's the other? You know, Mike?
So the other, I know you sent me this,
Yeah.
but my memory is not serving me back. I'm just gonna go off dome. I'm gonna
Mhm.
say USC. Is USC one of them?
No,
Because
it
I know
ain't USC.
it ain't USC. I'm gonna
Is
go with it's not USC.
is
Okay.
is this right here? What the Chasers just put up there? My boy Trell, thanks for covering and
It is?
subscribing.
Okay.
Pitt,
Okay.
Pitt, and it's
And then there's
crazy
another
because
one.
it's just only us 2. It's just Miami and Pitt.
Oh, two. I thought you said it was 3.
No,
Hit.
nah.
So
No,
Dorsett,
they had
who
3
else?
players. You know what's crazy? I said 3 players.
3 players.
But,
So
yeah,
let me
3
guess
players.
3. I'm gonna guess
Yeah.
Tony Dorsett. I'm gonna guess LaShawn McCoy.
Yup.
And who's the third? That's a good question. I don't know who the third would be.
It's crazy. It's Curtis Martin.
Oh, Curtis Moore. That's a good one. Okay. Okay. I
Curtis
forgot he went to
Martin.
Pittsburgh. All right.
And you know the 3
Okay.
for Miami?
So it's got to be Gore because he got 16 on the head.
Right.
Edge got over
Right.
10. Hey, sit down. Sit down. Gotta tell
Mm-hmm.
my 4-year-old to sit down. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
Edge, Frank, and I'm gonna say, ooh, shame on me for not knowing this. It ain't Willis. It ain't who's the third?
Otis Anderson.
I should have known that. My dad's a Giants fan. I should have known that. Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good
Hey,
one.
yeah, real good one. So yeah. And another thing to kind of spin off of that. Tell me about when Chris Fowler gave you a shout out, man. I ain't know that
Oh
about that.
man, so that was we had they had some guest speakers over at the communication school. I think it
Mm-hmm.
was 2019 he had come there because he lives in Miami. He lives in New York and he lives in Miami. I don't remember where he's from, but
Mm-hmm.
he commutes between New York and Miami. And so
Right.
he was down here for however long it was, and they told us he was coming. So he was telling us about making it in the industry at a school. He's like, man, look, you are not going to get the job that you want right out. He's like, this is not going to happen. Like it rarely happens. You got to work for it. You got to work. You got to hustle. You're going to have a bunch of jobs that you don't want or whatever. So, I'm listening to him, taking it in, taking notes. And then we're on the way back to the car. And he just so happened to park right next to me. So I said, let me just
Mm-hmm.
talk to him because he was a real personable dude. And he really is, man. Gave a lot of advice. And I just
Right.
asked him. I was just picking his brain, and he was real cool. So then the next morning, I was on the way to work, and I was thinking about it, and I tweeted. I was like, "Man, I just got to speak to Chris Fowler the last night, whatever." So I tagged him. The last thing that I thought was that he was going to reply back. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just really proud that he gave me his phone number. I can call him up and text him right now if I have a question. He's a real cool dude, and I'm just really proud of that. So I got it pinned on my profile. That thing ain't going nowhere, man. He's a real cool dude, man.
Right. And you wanna know what else crazy? And they ain't hear me and you talk about this, but it's sticking with me even more and more after I hear that conversation. It ain't about who you know, it's about who knows you. Cause
And for no, go ahead. My bad. I thought you was on. Go ahead.
no. Go ahead. Nah, you go ahead. Yeah.
I it just because everybody, in any industry that you're trying to make it, whatever the circumstances, and it don't even got to be an industry. It could just be anything. People say, "Oh, it's
Mm-hmm.
who you know," and that's 1,000% true. But 50,
Right.
if I'm if we talking right, and
Right.
I'm telling somebody, yeah, man, everybody knows 50, this and that. 50 done made
Yeah.
it, and he's big and this big and that. I could tell people, oh yeah, I know 50. He was on my show one time. I know 50. Yeah, okay, cool.
Right.
But does 50 know Mike McCoy? That's the
Right.
thing. That's the thing. Those are connections you got to make. If we if we cross paths at a mall or a restaurant or whatever, and 50 says, "Oh, hey, Mike, what's up?" Okay, 50 know Mike McCoy. I can say I know LeBron James. Yeah, I took a picture with LeBron. Yeah, I know him.
Mm-hmm.
Does LeBron know 50? Does LeBron know Mike? And that's the biggest difference, man. And that's
Yeah.
what, when you got to try to take advantage of, relationships and opportunities. Because like we were talking earlier, everybody got an opportunity. It's just what you do with it.
Yeah. It's exactly what you do with it. But all right, getting back to the show real quick. So with let's say our defense improves big time. Do we have enough to win 10 plus games without Carson Beck?
Nope. I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so this is the way I look at it. Before we started, or right after the season ended with the bowl game and all that stuff, everybody
Right.
knows what we needed offensively. Okay. My thing was you could add whatever you want offensively, just
Mm-hmm.
address not only the defense, but I was a fan of addressing the defense first. Okay. Because think
Right.
about it. We had the best player in college football last year in Cam Ward, and we didn't even make it
Yeah.
to Charlotte. We didn't even make
Nope.
it to Charlotte. So you can give me all the offense you want. God damn it, bring Tom Brady out of retirement, give him some extra year eligibility. It don't matter.
Yeah.
If you do
Right.
not have a defense in college football to at least slow down the opponent, it don't
Right.
matter. So we address the defense, right? Okay, cool. I'm just shocked. Maybe it'll happen in the spring portal. We need
Mm-hmm.
an experienced backup quarterback because worst case scenario, Carson Beck goes down. Nobody,
Mm-hmm.
listen, I will, what I'm about to say. I will never say anything about a kid publicly on any platform. It's just not in me.
Right.
But Emery's not ready. And guess what? I was an Emery guy. I still am. I still am.
Mm-hmm.
But he can't. I don't think he's ready yet at this point to lead
Yeah.
us. If Carson Beck was to go down for an extended period of time, 5-6 games. You
Yeah.
saw it in the bowl game.
Yeah.
It's just I've never seen so many passes batted down as I did in one half.
Yeah, man.
And
It was bad. And
that's
he's
just
not short. And he's not short.
that's the thing. I think
And-
it's about 6'4", 6'5", something like that.
yeah. Yeah.
So to answer your
I'm good.
question, unfortunately, no.
Yeah. I gotta agree. That's how I feel too. Like as of right now today, yeah, I don't see it. Like now, we will get to see Luke Nickel and Judd Anderson in the spring practices on Monday. So we'll get to see what they got, but
Right.
we don't know what we got until they get in the game with live bullets. Like right now. And how I feel like I feel Luke Nickel to start already just off of that bowl game. The backup, like he the backup to Beck, because sorry, Emery, he just but the thing with Emery, see, and this is like cause people think I'm trying to bash, but I'm not bashing him. It's more so of I never felt like he should have started because he was always a development. Like he was supposed to be development. Like, think about it. When he started, Ja'Carry Brown was on some I want a red shirt. So it was
Yep.
already like excuse me, like already like messed up. And I just didn't feel that.
So
Excuse me.
the way the
Yeah,
quarterback room is set up, and I was talking
right,
about it on a different show last week. If Miami is able to win the games it's supposed to win, look how we're supposed to look, for this season, next season, and the season after, the quarterback
right.
room is actually set up perfect. What do I mean by that? Okay, let's
Go ahead.
say you do get your experienced backup that's coming in and he knows he's going to be a backup and he's only playing if Carson Beck gets hurt, right? Okay.
Right,
Nickel, you don't want him to touch a snap this year. You want him to redshirt. Ideally, maybe get his 4 games and you can still redshirt. Just
right.
trash experience, blow up
Yeah,
fashion, get him in there. You want him to redshirt this year because in
right.
2026, you want that redshirt freshman, Luke Nickel, to hopefully be ready to take the step and start, right?
Mhm.
Who's coming in behind him? we all know. We all know. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank.
Darian Coleman.
Darion Coleman. He comes in, true freshman. You redshirt him as Luke Nickel is starting his first year on the field, second year in Miami. 2027 will be Luke's second year on the field, third year in Miami, redshirt sophomore. He blows up, he could be gone, and that'll be Darion Coleman's redshirt freshman year. It's okay to still sit. It's okay to still be a redshirt freshman in college as a quarterback, not playing, because if Luke does what he's supposed to do that year, you'll be starting as a redshirt sophomore in Darion Coleman, and you still got 2 years to prove yourself. So
Yep.
if that develops and stays, and we get to keep him, nobody transfers out, and we ball how we supposed to, we
Yep.
won't have to get back into the portal for another quarterback, because I'm kind of tired of doing that. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, man. I want to use the talent that we recruit. Like, we got
Right.
to get to that. I'm tired of dipping into the portal. I'm not against the portal, but
Right.
we got a lot of young studs on the roster. They're just not proven. We got to give them a chance.
Yeah. I feel we give him a chance. But another thing, reason why we hitting the portal, like, I'm just gonna be honest. Like, we made bad hires. Like, when we hired Gaddis, that high key set us back because look what he recruited. You know what I'm saying, in the quarterback room. Like, he was a big Emory guy. He
Yes.
was a big, you know what I'm saying, like Rashada guy. And look what Rashada did to us. Like, so it was just like, and then look at what Rashada doing now. Like, he done transferred about 100 times. So it's like, then even if we would have got him, he was gonna be gone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, when you make bad hires, they come back to bite you. They come back to bite you.
Yeah,
And
man.
and and you see it in high school. They transfer, like, they make a transfer edits in high school. So this is where we at in football. This is where we at. Like, transfer. Yeah, even I don't like it to a certain extent, but it's the new way. Like, it ain't like recruiting is still number one,
Mm-hmm.
but that portal, like I said, it's like, that's why I say college football, baby, NFL, because it's basically
It,
free agency. Yeah,
it
it's
is,
basically.
man. And like I said, like, I'm not anti-portal at all. It's just, you look at
Mm-hmm.
the talent that you bring in these classes, and that class wasn't ranked number 6 for no reason 2 years ago, 2 cycles
Right,
ago. I
right.
want to see the Justin Scotts. I want to see the Armando Blunts. I want to see the Nye Cars, Chance Robinsons, all these dudes. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And you see a guy like JJ do what he did freshman year at Ohio State with the national championship. His teammate JoJo Trader, I'm always wondering, like, how does he feel right now? You seen your teammate do that? He's got to be
Mm-hmm.
itching to blow up and show the world what he could do. He's got to.
Yeah.
So that's just how I'm thinking, how I'm looking at it.
And you saw what Cam Ward said. The next great wide receiver at Miami
There
will
you
be
go,
Joe.
man. There you go. They have their
And
chance. They have their chance right now.
yeah, and I feel he definitely gonna start. Like, no way. Like, he's starting. I feel, hey, as much as I haven't saw nothing from him, but he got the biggest chance to start because Restrepo gave him a big endorsement. Ray
Yes, yes,
gave
yes.
him a big endorsement.
So
So
I'm listen. I want everybody to eat. I want everybody to get their hands on the ball. All this stuff. I
mm-hmm,
want to see Nakar blow up. I want to
me
see
too.
him blow up, because supposedly that's the one that takes the top off the defense and this and that and the third and all of
Mm-hmm.
that. I want to see it. I want to see Ray Ray. That's cool, but
Yeah,
I need to see what Nakar can do.
me too. Me too. And wait, hold on. Let me get to this right here. Anthony Mazzano, thanks for coming and subscribing. But that's the issue with today's era of the transfer portal. I don't think that happens. These young kids just want to start right away. Yeah, that's what's going on. That's exactly what's going on. They want to start right away. They don't want to wait no more. Now, granted, that's how it is nowadays. That's just what it is. Like, either adapt or die. And as you see, we adapting. You
Absolutely.
know,
And then
we
it's just like it starts in the high school ranks, man. Like, a
right.
kid ain't getting to play or whatever, blah blah blah. He'll transfer to a rival high school. Go. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Transfer to a rival high school, and it's just like, man, you gotta. I think the support system around the kids has a lot to do with it too. because
Yeah.
it's a microwave society. Everybody wants it now, 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 and you know it at Miami. I mean, you know, you're aware of it.
Yeah.
You would have to wait till your third year here to get on the field. That's
Right.
that's how it used to be. You know,
Yeah.
Clinton Portis didn't play until well, actually he did play some as a freshman, but you know,
Yeah.
had to wait for the third year to see the field and make a name for themselves. So you know,
Right. Right. And and wait, hold on. You were breaking up a little bit, but
sorry,
not. Are you good? And that's another thing. Like that's what the U was built off of competition. Like you wait your
yep,
turn. Like you had to compete. Like nowadays it's more. Hey, they could try to dress up how they want to, but a lot of kids are scared of competition now. Let's just keep it real. They don't. They really don't want to compete. They really want to walk in and start.
mm-hmm,
Let's just be
mm-hmm.
what it is nowadays. They just want to walk in and start. And now I'm not saying all. I'm just saying most. A lot of them, like as you could tell, and that's why
Yeah,
it's like
and,
like. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
and you want what the first one?
Hmm?
Go ahead. I think I was breaking up. Go ahead. You was in the middle of a sentence.
Oh no. I would listen to you. What you say? What's the what?
The bad part is so both of my boys they in you know they play youth football, so I'm just not getting into the world and recognizing and knowing a lot of trends and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
the South Florida athlete, man, they're making a bad name for them. They're making a bad name for themselves because South Florida they know that coaches from around the country come down here to get talent. But since they know
Yeah.
that and it's ingrained in their head, like, hey man, you know, they coming down here to get speed, they coming down here to get playmaking ability. They you know they get big in the head and they think that they got on offer, two offers. It's just that
Mm.
you only got an offer. You ain't nobody. So it's hard to talk to
Right.
them. It's hard to tell them stuff. And I'm not talking about all of them because one bad apple spoils the
Nah.
bunch. But a lot of
Right.
these kids down here, man, they think that they're it and they're not, and they're hard to coach up, they're hard to, and it's just it's not the same type of recruitment that it used to be.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hey, let's go back to it. Like it start even before high school. The youth, think about it. They getting paid. Like it's big time gambling on football. So at these little league games, they gambling, they putting big down money, and these kids used to that. They used to being a mercenary. They used to being a mercenary. That's just what it is. Like they're just used to it. I think you breaking up, but as you breaking up, with that being said, don't worry about it. We about to get into
Hold on,
commercial break.
let me do us a favor. Let me do it because I'm home right now. Let me
Yeah.
okay. I'm gonna side, get on the laptop, and I'm
All right. All right. And with that being said, let's get to commercial break. What's good, Chasers? It's your boy 50. And here at Category 6, we are proud to be sponsored by Twinkle Beds. And they gave us a code to give y'all that give you 30% off. It's CAT6. CAT, the number 6. Yeah, that's right. You get 30% off. It's reusable. And they got luxury beds at affordable prices. That's right. Luxury beds at affordable prices at Twinkle Beds. You feel me? Twinkle Beds. And they deliver to in all 50 states. And another thing is that I would suggest you get the Twinklepedic bed because it's real comfortable. Help me chiropractic recommended, but all they beds are chiropractic recommended. But if you don't like that one, they got a 90-day window where you can return it or swap it out. So either way, you don't lose. You feel me? You don't lose. And another thing, you got a significant other, they're not going to leave this bed. That's how comfortable these beds are. They're not going to want to leave. So y'all make sure y'all go holler at Twinkle Beds and go get you an affordable mattress. Yes, shout out to Twinkle Beds for sponsoring this video. And wait, hold up. What's going on here? Okay. Coach J, my boy Mike McCoy be back, but shout out to Twinkle Bears. The link is in the description. CAT6, yeah, CAT the number 6. Coach J, get off mute, my boy. Get off mute, man.
50, 50.
What's good? Wait, hold
man,
on, hold
coming
on.
in from goddamn Columbia. Great
Yeah.
interview, man. I love that dude, Motion Mike.
Oh
We
yeah.
we we had a conversation off set, bro. I love that dude, his resume, bro. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it was great. Oh, there you go. They go
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah. He had it. Yeah. Yeah. He just had to get to the crib. That's all it was. He just had to get to the crib.
Hey,
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
man. Sorry about that. I was in the front of the house. I said, let me get inside real quick. The phone was breaking up, but appreciate y'all.
hey, so Mike, so I'm saying, well, we talked about off camera, the thing with you and Big Homie going back and forth. That's not why I had you on here, right? I had you on here, bro, because I dug into your resume, and I was definitely impressed, bro. Definitely impressed. Um, so anyway, I was on the space with Big Homie this morning, bro, and we was talking about Ray Ray, right? And I told him, I said, bro, and Ray Ray has set behind 7 for the last like 2 years, right?
Right.
Let me tell you something, bro. Right now, Ray Ray should be the leader in that wide receiver room. I don't want to hear about the talent about JoJo. I don't want to hear about the talent about Nightcar or Chance. I'm not knocking him, bro. You have been sitting in this room for 2 years behind a guy that's 2,000 yards in front of you in the same offense. Ray Ray, I need you to step up. What you think about that, Mike?
I would be stupid to argue that, because if there's any slot receiver that you want to study behind out of all the slot receivers in college football the past 2 years, to be specific, it's 7. That's the one. That's the one. And then on top of that, Ray Ray, you would have to imagine is more gifted athletically and physically than X.
Exactly.
So you really just got to know how to get open but you want to know what the most important thing with that is? It's the relationship with your quarterback.
Yeah.
It's the relationship with your quarterback, because X and Cam, they had it. But you want to know what I attribute that more to? I attribute that more to X, because remember when DVDs last
TBD.
seasons here, everybody was saying, man, all he throw to is X, all he throw to is X, all he throw to is X.
Oh,
I was guilty of that for 1 minute, but then
man,
I'm
I
like,
got a
wait a minute.
tweet.
But then in that ball game, Jakari started throwing the X. I said, wait a minute,
Yeah.
there's some trend here. It's not just the quarterbacks, it's X. And then
Yeah.
Cam comes in, he act like he's been throwing the X for years. So it was
Yeah.
X.
Yeah,
So
bro. I'm saying he's open, bro. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna move to a quiet, quiet area.
Wait. I'm gonna get to some of these comments. You feel me? My boy DJ Ray, man, thanks for coming and subscribing with the use up. Students of the game, thanks for coming and subscribing. Volcanoes, yeah, yeah. Play by the rules, thanks for coming and subscribing. What is up, 50? My boy, what's good? What's good? He say, wait, hold on. What you say? My Canes are in town for a 3-game series with the Gators. Oh yeah, yeah,
yep,
yeah,
baseball. Yep.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think the first game is tonight, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
But it's X, man. And if I mean you make a great point. You make a
yeah,
great point about learning behind him. It should be
yeah,
his time to, whatever. Because like I was telling 50 J, I want to
right,
see my car. But
Yeah,
Ray Ray's the one that's been here, you know what I'm saying, 2 years, all this, whatever.
right,
He got on the field more special teams, but that's a great point. That's a great point.
hey,
yeah,
now I'm gonna be honest with you. I seen not close and personal. I love like what I saw, but the kid had a hard thing that he had to take care of. He's back. He's
Okay.
ready. There's another person
mhm,
that I had a situation with is little brother Brown. Hey, little brother Brown, it's your third year, bro. I need you to show up and show out, bro. Is
Yeah.
right,
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Nothing.
yeah. Nah. Cause little brother Brown, Damari Brown, I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like he could either start at nickel or really safety. Cause I really feel like his aggression, how he hits and all that. I mean, on the outside, he was good to the injury, I believe, but
Yeah.
for the most part, I feel he's a strong safety at that. Like, and he could cover, he could hit, and he's a smart player from what I've seen. So I hope he open to it because he got a bright future there. That's how I feel.
There
Now,
was a
li-
picture. There was a picture that somebody sent me last offseason, spring. I think it was heading into the summer. And Damari was standing right next to Mark Fletcher. And if I showed you that picture, if y'all didn't know anything about anything, you would have thought Damari was the running back. And Fletcher was, I don't know, something else.
Yeah.
Damari's a big dude. Damari's a big dude. So when people say slot, I'm not – if he can do it, okay, he can do it. But I just don't see – his body don't look like he can do it. You know what I'm saying? I want – we know what slot corners are. They shiftier dudes, smaller dudes. I personally would like to see him at safety. But if he can show that he got the footwork to stay in the slot, okay. But I don't think that's his best position. Personally, I don't know.
Jay, you breaking up?
I'm breaking up?
Yeah.
Walk around. I'm on this Colombian Wi-Fi. What about now?
Yeah. Oh, no, you still breaking up, man. You still breaking up. Cartagena hating on you, man. You done with the Cartagena, man. That Wi-Fi said, pow, we ain't gonna make sure you hear nothing, man.
What about
man? No, still. Yeah, you gonna have to drop down. Gotta drop down. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yo. Hey, that's just how it go. That's how it go. It's one of the he usually, you know what I'm saying, we usually be like with technical difficulty, because when I first started, man, I had the worst. I had a big echo, all that. But we had to we don't finally fix that. You see, I got a mic, all that. But yeah, wait, hold on. I want to get to this. Daryl Page talking sports with DP. Thanks for coming and subscribing. Make sure y'all come like, share, subscribe his page too. Coach Mario got us spoiled with all the weapons in the D-line room. Man, Mario really got this fan base forgetting who the hell they are. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, I get that we was great of the years past, but right now we are still building. Like, how I feel, you just like, all right, 10 wins. That's the standard now. We gotta go up now. We gotta go up. Nobody is arguing that. We gotta keep that going. But all that acting like everything is a failure, I'm not trying to hear that. I'm sorry. I'm just not.
No, listen, say what you want about a lot of people want to discredit Mario because he had Cam Ward. Well, it was Mario's job to get Cam Ward here. I tell people all the time, 5, 7, and 10. That's progress. I don't give a damn who was here. Okay. And this is how I'm looking at the Mario situation with Cam Ward. And a lot of people, I've told a lot of people, some disagree, some, I don't care. This is how I see it. And nobody's going to change my mind. If people want to, let's say Cam Ward came here and bombed, right? Whose head would people have gone after? Mario, right? They would have said he's a quarterback killer, this, that, and the third. So if Cam would have came here and bombed and Mario would have gotten the blame, guess who should get the credit for Cam Ward coming here and balling? So I'm not saying I give Mario the success of developing Cam Ward. I'm not saying that, but you got to give him the credit for part of the reason of him succeeding. He gave him the O-line. He gave him college football's best slot receiver. He gave him what I consider a top 3 tight end in college football, the most athletic tight end in college football, a hell of a run game. You know what I'm saying? Mario deserves credit for Cam Ward this year. That's how because like I said, if you're going to discredit for him, if he would have done bad, credit for him supporting the man and being the first overall pick in the draft, because that's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah, I really feel that. Even I feel the Giants going to trade up and get it.
How you feel?
Because I don't think the Titans sound like they being on some dumb time. And like, speaking of what's going on, how you feel about what Tyler Barron and Kiko did at the combine yesterday?
So Barron, he ran what, a 4.6?
Yes,
4.6.
Yeah,
not bad for him, because he was a bigger dude, and he wasn't the athlete that Jalen Phillips was or whatever. But I don't think he's gonna be a bad pro, man. I think he could use. I definitely think he could use some work. Help setting the edge, especially when he blew up towards the beginning. And I don't want to say blew up, but the most of his production came in the very beginning of the season. Then kind of fell off or whatever.
So I
Right.
guess consistency with him, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I like what it looked like in the draft. And who was the other one? It was Brandon.
Kiko.
Man, let me tell you something about Kiko. It just looks like he could cover all of a sudden.
Yeah.
In those Reese's the Senior Bowl practices, he looked like a whole different athlete in coverage.
He looked like the guy we got that first year.
Yeah, it was confusing. So I'm happy for him. I'm really happy for him. I think he's like a throwback, man. Like if this was 1999, that boy would be going top 10 because he's a 6'3", 230 plus pound, middle linebacker. If he shows that he got the foot speed to stay with dudes, listen, I think he'll fit really, really good in a system like, say, Baltimore or maybe even Pittsburgh or what's another place that do good with linebackers? I can't think right now.
San Francisco.
See, I didn't want to say that because I'm a Niners fan, and I don't want to seem like I was slanted, but I will take him in a heartbeat. I'll take him in a heartbeat.
Yeah. And like you said, it's kind of crazy because I ain't gonna lie, he had a terrible year this year just off of his standards, the standard that he set, because that first year was so good. It was like he brought linebacker back because we was such a dire need. Yeah. He had that number 51, then he put on the number 1, and it was just like, what the hell going on? But it's just like, okay, I see that, but I see like maybe he getting back to what he used to, because it was like a different defense this year. The way Guidry was running it, it was not good. It was no adjustment. It was like everything was figured out. It reminded me of like the last year of Manny. It was like once his defense got figured out, it was nothing you could do. But this was worse because it was like we couldn't stop nothing.
Bro, somebody that I talk to regularly, he says it all the time, and it makes me mad when he says this because he's so right. It's like, how can you have literally the best season and the worst season at the same time? That's what Miami had. Miami had the best offense in the country, and this is probably one of the worst defenses Miami has ever seen. Like when you up 21-0, you're supposed to win that game. I'm sorry. We scored 30. We scored 38 against Syracuse, right?
Right.
That's enough to win a game.
Yes.
That is enough to win. I'm sorry. So, I hear you. I don't know what got into Kiko. I don't know what it was. Let me ask you a question, 50. How do you feel about position coaches on the defense? I'm trying to set this up in a way that you
I like how you did that, because like when I was looking at their interviews with Damian Lewis, Etheridge and Will Harris. All right. Damian Lewis, I'm not shocked by what he was saying. He loved this university. Like, he loved Miami. Like, when he was getting recruited from a small town in Texas, he talked about how when he first got to Miami, how he was just locked in. Zach Etheridge, he kind of shocked me with his comments about the recruit. Like, I thought I was a recruiter till I met Mario. And it was like, damn. And then Will Harris, like what he was saying, it just, it's like I be hearing certain people be talking about this and that, but the peers respecting Mario. I like to go back to this when, like, you see how you were talking about how Mario got Cam Ward. Manny Diaz didn't get Jalen Hurts. Why is that? Because his peers didn't respect him. Saban said, no, don't you go to Miami. Go to Oklahoma.
Yep.
If Mario was the coach, I guarantee you he would never said that.
Yep.
I agree.
I agree with that. So something has to be said about this too. Like, Mario played the game. Mario's an O-lineman. People respect because you played. I'm gonna respect you more because you play. You know where I'm coming from. You know the culture of a football player. This, that, and the third. Manny, I know this is gonna sound bad, but we're gonna keep it real. He is a coach that was a fan.
Yeah,
that's what it was. So I think it's probably easier to go with a guy that's been there, done that, than a guy that he loves the school, been there, loves the school. He's a coach and everything, but this man got 2 titles as an offensive lineman. Like, I'm gonna go with what he said. It's easier to relate with that than the other side.
Right. And like you said, he was a fan, and I don't even think he knew Spanish for real. That was a whole nother thing.
That's wild, man.
Oh man, I just had to throw, because I'm so happy we beat Duke, because there was a certain section of the fan base that was ready to do something nasty. But anyways, with that being said, let's get to another commercial break.
All right, man.
What's good, Chasers? It's your boy 50. And at Category 6 Sports, we are proud to announce that we are partnered with MyBookie. Yeah, that's right. MyBookie has gave us the opportunity to give y'all a special offer, and they are matching up to $1,000 plus a $10 casino chip with this promo code CAT the number 6. Yeah, that's right. CAT the number 6. CAT 6. CAT 6. Remember that. Yeah, they matching anything. You put 500, they matching. You put 1,000, they matching. You put 1,200, they'll match 1,000, but that 200 is on its own. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all use that promo code that MyBookie has gave us to give you. It's CAT 6. CAT the number 6. Y'all go get that. MyBookie for sponsoring this video. The link is in the description. And we got 156 people here on X and YouTube. If you're on X, you know what to do. Retweet it like. If you're on YouTube, you also know what to do. LSS, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that like button. It helps with the algorithm. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. You know, hit that notification bell. Become a YouTube member. We got the Category 6 playbook coming soon. Got Motion Mike in the building. You know, he got hella motion. And another thing, matter of fact, hey, producer, put that picture up there about the backfield. Cause I want to talk to Mike about that, about the backfield. Cause I love our backfield, what we got going on. Yeah. It'll say, you see that? Projecting the top 10 backfields of 2025. I feel we're a little low, but I'm gonna let them have that. You know, so I'm gonna let them have that.
They can have
that. They can have that for now. You know, because when I look at it, and look, I'm a big fan of Jordan Lau.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of Jordan Lau. And I feel he definitely got a lot to show. I think I know Fletcher gonna start. Only thing with Fletcher, just work on ball security. And you are perfect.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah.
You are perfect in my eyes. And then Carson Beck, I feel like that's a real talented quarterback. Damn near great, if you ask me. But you know, people want to keep talking about the 12 picks and the down season, but I'm like, hey, they don't understand the Mike Bobo offense. I know a Mike Bobo offense because we ran it here at Miami under Mark Richt. So for him to do what he did in that offense, what he about to do in Dawson offense about to be a movie. But I'm just gonna let people talk because I'm spinning the block. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm spinning the block.
I mean, that's what you got to do, man. You take names. You take names and, you know, you bring it up later or whatever. But let's start off with the running backs because that's what you brought up first.
Right.
What I like about that is it's a different backfield from last year in the sense that you got two guys that complement each other. You got, because last year it was workhorse backing up a workhorse. I don't mind that. You know, 6'3", 230 plus, and another 6'4", 230 plus behind him. Let's go. Okay, cool.
Right.
But this time you kind of got, I don't want to say thunder and lightning, but you definitely got more speed with Lau. You saw what he did at USF, breaking off a 90-something yard touchdown run. So, but he's built to go between the tackles, so I love it. You ain't gonna stay on the field if you can't pass block. So you already know that both of them can pass block. Because with Mario, if you can't pass block, you're not getting on the field as a running back. So I like that in that sense. Somebody was saying, I was talking to somebody, and he was saying he wouldn't be surprised if by mid-season, Lyle is a starter running back. I don't know how I feel about that because I don't know if that means that Lyle's balling out of control to that point or if Fletcher regressed some. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'll also say that I said it last year and I was wrong. I didn't think we were going to have 1,000-yard back. I was wrong. Damian got it in the bowl game. You know what I'm saying? But and I didn't say that as a hit to any of the running back. I just thought our offense was going to be that explosive and that spread out. I expect the same this year. So we'll see. But that running back situation, man, that's another room that we could probably use another body in the portal because behind those two, behind those two is Tyrone Wheatley Humphrey or who else, man?
Okay, you got the freshman Pringle. You got to bring in another body because that was the luxury of this offense that we just had this past season. We were stacked in the running back room. You had AJ Allen, Chris Johnson Jr. You got Fletcher, you got Martinez, and you got Lau.
And Lyle.
Now, so it's like, and I feel the type of running back you bring, because you're not finna get a starting level running back. So you got to get one of them running backs that was highly rated, but just not starting yet.
Right.
That's how I feel. Like, looking for opportunity. Bring them. Come on down. Yes,
Yeah.
come on down.
Yeah, man. And go ahead.
No. Cause I was just thinking, like, in my mind, I just want to see like somebody like I haven't heard nothing about Chauncey Bowens, and I know he from like the Palm Beach area. But heard nothing about him. So why not hop in that portal, young man? Like, come on down.
I hear you. Who was it that said it was Tyler Barron that said at the combine, he was talking to some of the reporters and about his decision to come in. He was like, man, Miami offers things that not many other schools can offer. So I feel like if you're looking for, that final destination or whatever, Miami's a place for you. Look, Carson Beck did it. A bunch of dudes that was in their final year did it. Barrow did it. The fact that he's not at the combine is weird to me.
Great.
But yeah. But Miami's the move for if you're in that situation. So a running back that's looking to, maybe show that he got another gear or whatever the case is, something to put on tape. This the place. But and I forgot what topic you brought up after the run. Oh, you said Beck. Man, really quick on Beck. So again, resident Niners fan in on the podcast, right?
Right.
Same surgeon as Brock Purdy had for his procedure. Same surgeon, same procedure. Brock Purdy has zero setbacks. Zero setbacks. There was not one time they said, "Oh, I'm sore. Oh, let me sit out some. I don't feel right. Whatever." He was never known to be the guy with the most velocity. So that stayed the same. This and that.
Right.
So I think we have something to be encouraged about in terms of Carson Beck's health. The only thing that kind of concerns me is he's not going to be in on the spring, right? He's still like in a sleeve or whatever. So how long is it going to take him to get some type of rapport with his receiving core? How long is that going to take? Cam Ward's one of one. I can't even compare that because he different. About to be first in the draft, different. So I'm wondering how long that's going to take to develop into the season, because I'm thinking we're going to be run heavy at first. And then the passing game catches up with the running game, and then we may be clicking on all cylinders like when the time is right. And you know how football is. It don't always be the best team to go. It's the team that's clicking at the right time. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Like, how long is it gonna take for that passing game to click, being that Carson Beck is not gonna be able to get the reps that he wants with his guys.
Right. I'm hoping he ready, because he gonna have to throw that thing against Notre Dame.
Oh yeah.
He gonna have to throw it, because they definitely gonna they coming in locked in on that run game. But one thing about it though, and this is why I love what we building. Like, teams be knowing we gonna run, and we still be pushing them around. So that doesn't be showing me like this old line is legit. And Mario Mirabal, like, that's like Shaq and Kobe when it comes to like it's just unfair.
Oh yeah.
And matter of fact, hey producer, put that picture up about the our record versus ACC teams. Yeah. Do that for me real quick. Cause I'm looking at this. Winning record against our biggest rival, losing record against Georgia Tech, losing record against North Carolina. It pisses me off to even say that. It does.
Dang, 11-14. Damn.
Yeah. And like, only reason why I want to see this because it got me thinking. Like, you see all these ACC teams, right? And like, who we got to win the record when we play the ACC teams this year. Who do you feel like a trap game for us? I kind of got one in mind right now.
So I ain't gonna lie to you. Going to Dallas, that's gonna be interesting. Is that a November game?
Yes.
Late in the season. You know what they say about November in college football? The craziest things happen in November. So I wouldn't say trap game, because it's not like if they sorry or whatever like that. What's the schedule looking like? What's the schedule looking like? I know Stanford comes to town. I ain't worried about Stanford.
That's my trap game.
That's your trap game? Yeah.
Because I don't think nobody gonna be there. It's Stanford. And then it's more so of Mario, even at Oregon, had trouble with Stanford, no matter how trash they was. And
I
like,
forgot
and I'm
about
just
that.
going off of history. He had trouble with Cal. Even though we won, he still never just put belt on them. He never gave them that belt to ass treatment. So it was just like, okay, I'm going off of history.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a good point. And you want to know what? I think that's the next step in Cristoval's development. What do I mean by Cristoval's development? Okay. There was, in my opinion, there's been three things, well, two things in the time that he's been here. In his 3 years, there's been two things that people were wondering about with Mario. So
Mm-hmm.
they get who was the offensive coordinator for the first? It was Gaddis, right? Gaddis was the
Right.
first year offensive coordinator. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that didn't work out. You move on for Gaddis. What was the main question from the fan base coming after Gaddis's after letting him go? It was, is Mario going to? He'll never go and get uh, a
A
air raid
spread.
guy.
Yeah,
He'll
area
never
guy.
do it. He'll never do it. He'll never do it. Mario
Mm-hmm.
took a seat back. He said, "Man, college football is changing. If Nick
Yep.
Saban can change from being ground and pound, so can I." Got an air
Right.
raid guy. Still runs the ball a plenty. Got the air raid guy. So
Right.
he shut people up with that. Okay.
Yeah.
Dawson is here, his first year at Miami, which is Mario's second year, and
Yep.
we all saw what happened with offense. Looked good
Yeah.
against Texas A&M, getting the
Woo.
ACC play. It's like Mario took over the playbook. So everybody was saying Mario needs to stay out of Dawson, let Dawson cook. So that was a question going into this past year, especially with Ward.
Yeah.
Will Mario stay out of Dawson's way? Will Mario let him cook? And he
Yeah.
did. Okay,
Yeah.
he answered both of those questions. I think the next step for Mario is you need to win the games that you need to win, bro. Like that's
Yeah.
the next step for you. That's it. You
Right.
need to beat the cows convincingly.
Yep.
You need to beat the Stanfords convincingly. I think that's the next step for him. But I think
Right.
part of that is surrounding yourself with guys that know how to win. Like Nick Saban
Right.
said, he said, "I ain't nothing without my assistants, without my staff. I'm nothing without my assistants. Like they do all the work, this and that." So I think Mario needs to lean on these guys and do
Right.
that, even though the staff is relatively young, because
Yeah.
the most experienced staffer is what? Mirabal. He ain't
Yeah.
calling plays. You know what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying?
Yeah.
Heatherman, he's still coming up,
Yep.
you know. So, and Dawson too or whatever. But I think you got to let these guys do their thing. And
Mm-hmm.
it's year 4, bro.
Yeah. It's year 4, and like, and this how I feel. I'll be disappointed if it don't happen. Like, I really feel like this is our year of like we gonna be in the ACC title game. I feel we win it. I feel we in the playoffs. That's just how I feel. Like I'm just looking at it and I'm like, it can happen. Hey, Clemson won it last year and they wasn't even the best team.
Right.
So they feeling confident. They like,
Yeah.
man, we wasn't even good last year. We made the playoffs.
Yeah. And I
So
think they're going to be. I think that's going to be a Klubnik. I think he's going to be one of the better quarterbacks in college football. In my
right.
opinion, he's somewhere between 5 and 10 probably in terms of quarterbacks. You
Mm-hmm.
always know what you're gonna get with a Dabo defense. Didn't they just hire a coordinator
Yeah.
from Penn State? I think it was.
Right. Right.
Penn State always got a good defense, so you can't sleep on Clemson. You can't sleep on Clemson. They're gonna recruit. Dabo starting to use the portal more now. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So it's gonna be an interesting year, but I don't
Yep.
think I don't think even with the schedule being tougher in 2024, there's no reason why Miami can't be playing in Charlotte. There's no
Yeah.
reason.
None. There's none. I feel like you got everything. You done added talent.
Hmm.
You got it on the offensive side. Now you
Right.
just got to get it done. You just got to get it done.
Right.
And I feel you do it. Like, that's just how I feel. I know some people don't feel that way because they, whatever, but I feel we do it because I'm seeing, like, if we didn't add a quarterback and, like, add what we added out the portal with the corners and all
Right.
that,
Right.
I'd be, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to be like this straight bashing, but I wouldn't be confident.
I hear you. No, I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Look, if Miami can just, I feel Miami averages a minimum of 34, 35 points a game this year. Okay. Last year was
Mm-hmm.
44, 45 points. But again, you had a robot, a damn,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call him in Cam
Yeah.
Moore, you can't. So
Right.
I don't think we're going to see that again. But if Miami can average 34, 35, I
Right.
think the defense makes a step and they're good enough to win
Yeah.
at least 10 in the regular season. Again, just get to Charlotte. And no, I take that back. You got to win it. Getting to
Yeah.
Charlotte ain't it. You got to win it.
Yeah.
You got
You
to
got to
win it.
win it. You got to win it. That's how I feel.
You got
And
one.
wait, and I'm gonna spin back to this list because I'm looking at Boston College, and we dominated them, right? But we also needed this play to get over the hump in 2001. Play that play for me. Play that play for me, producer. Play that play.
St. Pierre drops back, throws left side, tip, and into the hands of Matt Walters. The interception brings it across the 15, the 20, and Reed takes the ball on an exchange, brings it over the 40, 50, down the middle. It's a race, the 30, the 20. Reed is going to score for Miami. The Hurricanes are going to win this game.
Oh my! Oh my! I don't believe it! That's one of the greatest finishes I've seen in Hurricane history.
St. Pierre's pass ricocheted off Mike Rump's knee into the hands of defensive lineman Matt Walters for the interception. It was at that moment Ed Reed took matters into his own hands.
Man, the fan base still haven't recovered from that team, man. We still haven't recovered because we still feel like that should be us right now. And I feel that, but we got to build towards that.
Yeah.
And I feel like this season will help solidify that, because look at that team. They ain't just come out the gate. You had to have that 2000 year. Even though we should have won the title.
Yep.
That year, man. The best team to never win a title I ever saw.
Yep.
With my own eyes.
Damn right, man. You beat. I was at the game, Dorsey to Shockey. I was at that game.
Right.
You beat Virginia Tech. Michael Vick is hobbled with an ankle. I don't want to hear that. He suited up, so you can get these licks just like anybody else. You beat a ranked Gators team that was in the top 10. Washington came back. I was on that Saturday night game. They came back down.
Gave them that belt.
Oh my God! Wait, no, was that the same year?
You talking about 2001 when we beat them, or you talking about 2000?
Yeah. I was at that Saturday game. It was Saturday night. They came down. That was funny as hell.
Yeah.
But you gotta take your lumps before you take that step, man. And college football ain't the same. I don't gotta tell you. You know what college football is, man. It's you got 1 year rosters. You got 1 year rosters, so it's gonna be harder to build, but. Some people look at it as, well, it may be easier to build now because the portal take it, but the portal give it as well. Give it and it take it. So you could lose, but you have no excuse to build back. So it just depends on how you look at it.
Definitely. Just depends on how you look at it. Because man, it does real deal change. Like, that's why I'm like, you better be a fan of the team, like more than anything now. Like, you got to be a fan of the school. You can't be a fan of the player, the coach, because they're not going to stay.
No.
Like, the coach has been not staying. But now even the players not even staying. Like, they're like, oh, hell no, I'm not going to be here for this.
You got to recruit your own players, man, to stay.
Yeah, you got
That's crazy.
That's where we at right now. Matter of fact, hey, producer, put that picture up about the NFL rushing. The NFL rushing, them yards, because I saw we were like 20K ahead of the next closest team, like crazy, and we've been down.
Yes,
like, we have been down. Like, look at that NFL rush yards by college. Like, look at that. That's crazy.
Is insane, man.
And think about it. Martinez is about to be in the league, so just go ahead and add to it. Cause what we got, like what DJ Dallas and Travis Homer. That's about it right now.
Homer, Dallas, Gus Edwards was somebody.
Yeah, he with the Chargers, but I don't count him. I don't count him.
But yeah, other than those two, that's about it, man. I can't. Am I missing anybody?
Yeah, about to be Dane Martinez.
Yeah.
Hopefully, my boy Fletcher get right, because you add on to it, and then Joy Loud, and then I know we be like running back you. We NFL you.
Exactly. That's what I like to call it is.
Yeah, we NFL you. Yes, we get you get a running back. What you want a quarterback? We about to give you a quarterback.
Exactly.
He was like, "What you want? We got what you need. We got that."
So in the hall right now, I think we got 11. Well, I know we have 11. 11. But in a few years, Reggie Wayne getting on that list, Vince Wilfork getting on that list, Frank Gore's getting on that list, Calais Campbell's getting on that list, and depending on who you ask, Greg Olsen is getting on that list, and so
Mm-hmm.
is Jimmy Graham. Some people are iffy with Jimmy Graham and Greg Olsen, but let me tell you something about Jimmy Graham and Greg Olsen. Go look at their career numbers. They are 7th and 8th in all-time tight end receiving yards, right behind each other. 7th and 8th. That's not good enough to get into the Hall.
That's great.
We'll see. Jimmy got a Super Bowl. Does he have a Super Bowl with the Saints? I don't think so.
I think he missed it.
He missed it, right?
I know
Olsen doesn't. I know Olsen doesn't for sure.
Yeah.
But Jimmy got the resume because, I mean, you think about it, he was the best tight end in the NFL for a couple of years. I think he got an all-pro season, couple Pro Bowls. So that's 7 guys. You add that to that 11. I think first place right now is Notre Dame tied with Ohio State. They got 14.
Yeah. Hey, you just made me look it up because I knew I wasn't tripping. Jeremy Shockey got 2 Super Bowls, one with the Giants, one with the Saints. So, yeah. Jay Freeman, thanks for coming and subscribing. What's good, fellas? Go Canes, man. Shout out to you, my boy. CeeLo79, thanks for coming and subscribing. That's Edge, Gore, Portis, and Willis for the most of the 90K. Yes.
So Gore got 1,600 yards in his career, played 1,600 yards. He averaged 1,000 yards a season. You know how hard that is?
Man, that is
you
crazy.
Averaged 1,000 yards a season.
Yes.
Because he played for 16 years and he has 1,600 on the dot.
That's
That's video game stuff.
Yeah. And that's longevity. And it was like, and it's crazy because in college he stayed hurt. It was funny how that works, man. It's just funny how that works.
2 torn ACLs, 1 on each knee. That's a story, man.
And that's a story. And still 1,600 on it, stuff for legends, man.
Wasn't the fastest. Vision was crazy. Low to the ground. I remember watching him in high school when he played at Coral Gables, and just to know that you was watching something that, dang, I was watching the Hall of Fame when he was in high school. We held him. I didn't play football, but I went to the game. Our defense held him to, I think, 8 yards in the first quarter, but he ended it with 348 at the end of the game. It was stupid, man.
Yeah. Yeah, video game numbers, man. Mm-hmm. And I still remember his game against Florida, man.
Oh, when
Florida
State.
Now Florida, when we did that comeback.
Oh, that 38 oh my God, yes. Yeah. I had tickets to that game and I couldn't make it. I'm so mad at that still. Yeah. Yeah, that was classic. That was classic.
Yeah, man. That's why I'm like, we got to keep it going because we got to create new memories, man. We got to create new memories. Like I said, the fan base still stuck in those times, which I get it. Those was fun times, but now we got to create them. And I feel like we stepping in the right direction, you know. You got the Texas A&M game. Mm-hmm. Then you got, the Florida game, because I was there for that.
Mm-hmm.
But that fan base, yeah. Man, they were so arrogant up in Gainesville. They was like, if you went there, I was kind of surprised how confident they was and they were going to beat us. Because I'm like, don't you know we about to beat y'all ass? This is not going to be close. But they didn't want to hear that. They want to throw down to you and Gator Chomp. And I'm like, okay. Then when I'm out here singing Tom Petty, now you don't want to hear me.
You must have been walking out of that stadium big chested, boy. Let me tell you, the reason I don't go to games like that is because I know I won't be going home after. I'll be going to a prison cell or something like that. Because I can't. I don't. Like I said, I'm 41 years old. I ain't gonna have no little 18, 19-year-old talk some crazy stuff in my face and not let him know about it. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're going on. EOC, thanks for coming and subscribing. Mario got Shiano blueprint everywhere on defensive style. Yes. Yeah, Heatherman worked with him. Oh, hey, Damian Lewis, he was under Pete Carroll in the NFL. And he worked with Clint Hurt. So these dudes got pedigree. And then you got Will Harris, he was in the NFL with the Chargers under Brandon Staley. And then in college, he was at Washington with Lake and all of them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's just these coaches got experience with. That's why when I was listening to Will Harris saying what he was saying, it's I know that mindset because I remember when Mario left us and went to Alabama. It's saying I'm not finna learn nothing from Al Golden. Right. I'm finna go over here and learn under him. Right. And that's what he said. He got great respect for Mario. even at his time at Washington, because he went up against Oregon. And fun fact, Mario never lost to Washington. Never. I can't say for that other coach in Oregon. He I just had to throw that out there. And I know they like to try to bring up, we got a Big Ten championship. Salute to Oregon. Y'all got a Big Ten championship. Right. But y'all talk all this about Mario, and Mario and Landon got the same amount of playoff wins. I'm just throwing that out there.
So, listen, man, like, I'm glad you brought up the conference championship thing, because it's like, is that what you play for?
Yeah.
We don't play for that. Like, and now you can't say, well, you got to win your conference to win the championship. No, you don't, because look what Ohio State just did. It's been like that for a minute. It's actually been like that for a minute. You haven't had to win your conference to win it all. It was not a couple years ago, but not too long ago, Georgia had beat or Bama. I don't even think they won their division, and then they won a national championship that same season, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they definitely didn't win the conference, but I think it was something.
Yeah, I know you're talking about Bama. Yeah, Bama.
So I don't want to hear that, man. Y'all can go ahead and talk about conference titles if you want to. That's fine. That's cute. But that's not what we play for. Is that what you want to measure yourself by? Then fine. Well, Miami hasn't won their conference since they got it in 2004. You know how long it took the Gators to win an SEC championship? Damn near 80 years.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Dave Freeman said, nope, Jimmy Graham got that ring with Jeremy Shockey. He was on the team?
Oh, okay.
Wait, hold on. I got a little more into that. I'm sorry, Freeman. I got to look. I got to fact check.
He must have been like a rookie or something.
Yeah. Let me see.
So that was
Did he get the Super Bowl? Wow. Did he get the Super Bowl?
So the Saints, who did they beat? They beat
Nah.
Colts? Nah,
he wasn't on that team, man. He wasn't on that team.
I didn't think he was on that team.
Nah, he wasn't on that team. I knew it was Jeremy Shockey, though. I'm like,
but you know, one of those Super Bowls that Jeremy Shockey won, he didn't even play because he was hurt. One of those Super Bowls, I can't remember if it was Giants.
I think it was. It had to be the Giants one, was it?
I think it was the Giants one, because I remember he was in a boot.
Because you got to think about it. They had the backup tight end who caught the helmet. So David Tyree, you remember the little helmet catch?
Oh yeah, that when he threw it against the Patriots. Yeah, that was
man. I never seen as a Dolphins fan, I've never been so happy to see the Patriots lose. Oh man. Oh man. Like you can't have your ops just destroying every record you got. Like, damn, we the Dolphins, man. That's the only thing we had was that undefeated season. And they were about to get there.
Yeah, bro. What y'all doing in the draft, man?
Hey, after my quarterback about to die about 300 times, now they want to get O-linemen. So now they want to wisen up when they back against the wall. But hey, it is what it is.
I said it when Waddle got drafted. I said it was the wrong pick. Not because he can't play. I wasn't saying that. But that's not what they needed at that point. That's not what they needed. They didn't need more, the shiny toy. This is the way I look at it. And tell me I hope you disagree. I hope you disagree because, that's conversation. But let me just ask you this real quick. Dolphin or any franchise that drafts a quarterback out of the draft, they got their franchise quarterback. You're thinking that this is the guy, he's the best guy for the situation, whatever. In my opinion, a good quarterback makes a receiver more than an all-time receiver makes a quarterback. There's few instances that a receiver made a quarterback, but I think it happens way more often that a quarterback makes a receiver. So if you're the Dolphins and you thought that Tua was that dude, you should be able to put damn near anybody at receiver because he's going to make them look good. Because that's how you feel about him, right? That's why you drafted him. You think he's a franchise dude. You can put anybody in that position. Okay, so if that's the case, you think he's that dude, just protect them.
Yeah.
Protect them because you don't need a Waddle at the top of the draft to get him. Waddle could have waited till later. That's just me. I don't know if anybody else see it like that, but that's just me.
But I think at the time, because we ain't have Tyreek Hill. No, we ain't have Tyreek Hill.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
We ain't have Tyreek Hill. So it was like,
you needed weapons. I ain't gonna lie, you did need weapons.
Yeah, we needed weapons around that time. Like, I get what you're saying. Only thing I say is this. I just don't like the fact that they take to now to want to go in the free agency and the draft to get O-linemen. Like, that just, like, I've been felt like we should have been in the free agency trying to get O-linemen. I feel like should have been drafted O-linemen. Like, I would get to the point where, how some people like draft a quarterback every year till you get it right. That's how I was feeling with O-linemen. Like, just keep drafting them till you get it right. Like
Dallas did that. Remember that a couple years that they took they was drafting a first alignment in the first round of every draft, and then after a couple 3-4 years, that was when they had that crazy with DeMarco Murray. They were running behind all them draft picks. You know what I mean? It ended up working, and then I don't know what happened after that, but yeah, man.
Yeah. O-line is very important. Defense definitely important. But man.
We know about that.
Man, I don't ever want to see that again. Ever. Boy, that was just terrible.
It just makes you wonder how much, because everybody knows Gidry's a secondaries dude. It just makes you wonder, like, dang, the Cam Kitchens
and that was the worst unit, the safeties. Jaden Harris. I wish the best for you, but man.
How will you feel about him if he blow up at Georgia?
I mean,
I'll be confused. I'm
just gonna look at Guidry even worse, because like even when you look at the film, like why was we playing so far back? It was just bad. It was just so bad. It was bad. We were just giving it up, man. We was giving it up.
Yeah.
But Chasers, I'd like to thank y'all for showing up and showing out. Matter of fact, Motion Mike, let these people know where they can find you, my brother.
Oh man, well, first of all, man, again, anytime, any place, talking Canes football with anybody, man, like the time flies, man. I'm up for it. So thank you for the invite, because I think you do put on a great production. Keep at it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing it for the people, and you know, it's working, right? It's working. So thank you for that. But I'm still writing for State of the U over on SB Nation. I'm with Athlon Sports as well right now. I'm about to put something up over there. Athlon Sports I'm putting up like 2 articles a day, so I like that. And on Twitter, I know it's gonna sound bad, but I don't even what is it? It's UM_radio_Mike. I'll be talking, y'all. I'll be talking basketball, I'll be talking everything. You know, if you have something to say, let's exchange ideas. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for talking to Canes fans, and again, man, just I appreciate the opportunity to chat on your platform.
Yeah, appreciate you. And Big Man Extra Cheese, thanks for coming and subscribing. 50 and Mike, what's the word? Light skins winning.
What's
we
up,
up,
Mac?
man.
What's up, Mac?
Yeah, we up. Kane Forever, thanks for coming and being a member. Great show, 50, and interview. Go Canes. Yeah, man. You know. And Showboy Kane, thanks for coming and subscribing. What's good, y'all boys? What is good? What is good, man? C. Los, thanks for coming. Frederick, Martin, I forgot their left tackle name, but they always pro. Yeah, that Cowboys team,
That Dallas line,
yeah, that Dallas line, man. We need something like that. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for showing up. It's about 225 people in here on X and YouTube. If you're on X, you know what to do. Retweet and like. If you're on YouTube, you also know what to do. LSS, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that like button, is free. Hit that subscribe button, is free. Hit that notification bell. You know what I'm saying? Become a YouTube member. All that. But that's going to be my time. Thank y'all for showing up and showing out. Go Canes and peace.
What was it like when Miami was on top? Nico, it was an entirely different world. When Miami ruled college football, I'm telling you right now, it was a different vibe than when any other program.